This is a before shot. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. My name is Anneke. Deep sigh. This is the before shot. Today is a day for, well, guess what? Cleaning up. And then for tidying and food preparation. So I've got some food that needs preserving, and I got it into the house, and then life happened, as you can see. And now I need to really clean and tidy and make sure everything is sanitized before I start food preservation. In my mind, food preservation is a devil. In my mind, food preservation is a double-edged sword. Because it means at times I postpone it because, my kitchen is not clean and I don't have the headspace to clean it. The other side is, when I do food preservation, I end up with a sparkling kitchen because it needs to be sparkling before I start. And then there's so much stuff around that can't be standing around. I mean, once the food's been preserved, canned, whatever, or dried, you won't be leaving it there, you put it away. So I end up with a sparkling clean kitchen. And it's that space between, the space in my mind between, do I have enough headspace and energy to start going? If I have, it's amazing because I can start. If I don't have it, that's a bit of an issue because then the food is in the house and it starts to deteriorate. Anyway, this is the starting point. It is what it is. As you can hear in the background, the washing machine is washing. The dryer of the dehydration thingy-majig has just stopped its cycle. So I will start by putting the dried goods away and then clean the kitchen and then start food prep. Yes, let's get going. And this is the state of affairs a couple of hours later. The kitchen is sparkling clean. To the right, there's still some stuff on the counter, but that's stuff I will need. And the left is my workstation, and that's where everything is sanitized. It's clean, it's tidy, and I can start. But I'll first have lunch because, it took some time to get to this stage. Never mind, I got there and I'm ready to rock and roll. And this is the current state of affairs. So 5 kilograms of carrots and the waste. I made quite a mess of it, but at least most of it is contained in a bowl and the rest will be easy to clean. Those carrots were wonky carrots. They were end of date sale, whatever you want to call it. 27 pence per kilogram, something like that. which is lovely. Thank you. And if you can get big carrots, really big carrots that are straight, you will have far less waste and it will go much quicker, because this took me about 10 minutes per kilogram. Even with the speed I have, it's a lot of work. Anyway, I'm going to tidy up my mess. This will go on the compost heap. I will rinse the carrot and rinse them again, and then I'm going to shred them. See you in a minute. And here's the setup. My food processor, the carrots, and a little bit of water in the pan. Just a little bit. So yeah, shredding carrots, putting them in the pan, and then we're going to boil them. Okay. As you can see, the carrots are still bubbling, but they are done. The carrots have sunk and the liquid has gone up. I will strain the carrots and the liquid will go into my stew so that all the nutrients will be saved. As in, I will eat them rather than chuck them away. And once the carrots are strained, I will put them on the dehydrator trays and they'll go into the dehydrator. So far, so good. And all the carrots are in the dryer. It just about fits. Some trays, well, I did go back over the trays that had been in longest to add a little bit more, just to empty the pan. As you can see, it's quite thick, but then again, it's grated, so there's space between it. And yeah, 9 trays in total. And now it's a waiting game for this bit. 4 hours, the book says. We will see. And this is the morning after the day before. This is dry. Can you hear it? So I'll have to check if all trays are 100% dry, and then put it in a jar. I've started this jar, which is a big jar. I'm also contemplating on words, Anneke, on making it into a powder, so I can put it into smoothies. Yeah, I'll have a think about it, because powder takes up so little space. And it's easy. Having said that, even though the fiber content stays the same, I think there might be something about this being bigger pieces and you having your body having to work to digest it. Of course, there's all sorts of reasons for doing different things, but yeah, it's something to consider. But if you look at how a little space 5 kilograms of carrots take up at this moment in time, it's just amazing. It's amazing. Never ceases to amaze me. Anyway, especially because carrots seem so fibrous, and yet here we are. This is how much is left when you take the water out. Happy days. Happy days. Result. In the series of preserving carrots, this will be the very last step. So I had peeled the carrots. By all means, if you start peeling carrots, make sure you've got big carrots, because I've peeled carrots for a long time and I've wasted a lot of the skins because, you know, I couldn't really do anything with them. They really needed to come off. I don't have chickens at the moment. I don't have pigs who can eat the leftovers. So yes, it was a bit of a shame, but you know, I had 5 kilograms of carrots. I peeled them, I grated them, I boiled them, I strained them, and then I dried them. So far, so good. So that was supposed to be the end of the video, me finishing with the dried, grated carrots. And then I used them. I put them in a stock together with some other stuff. And I didn't care for the texture. It was a bit chewy. And for carrots, I don't want my carrots to be chewy. So today, I have been grinding them up. And this is it. This is a half-liter jar. And I started out with 5 kilograms of carrots. As I said, I spoiled a lot of the carrots in peels. So a lot of waste and a lot of the weight was lost in the peels. But already when I dried it, the grated bits, it condensed a lot. It never ceases to amaze me how much water there's in fruit and vegetables. But with carrots, you've got the idea that it's very fibrous and dense and there shouldn't be that much water in it. Well, there was. And then this morning, I made it into a powder. And this is the powder of 5 kilograms of carrots. So when you're talking about preserving food, and if one of your reasons is to preserve food in order to condense the space it takes up in your house, dry it and make it into a powder, because that's the smallest quantity, the smallest amount of space you need to store it. Half a liter for 5 kilograms. I would love to repeat this process with what we call winter carrots, the big chunky carrots, so that I've got very little waste on the peels, and again start out with 5 kilograms, do the same process, grating, boiling, straining, drying and powdering, because it could well be that I would end up with how much? About 750. So in a 1 liter jar, that it would be three-quarter full. I think that might be the difference, because I wasted a lot of the carrots on the peels. So I'm happy to repeat the experiment, and I'm happy with the powder. So this is the last bit, the last addition to the carrot preservation bit, where I preserve the carrots in dried form. You can also put them in jars. So for me, it would have to be the smallest sized jar I've got. Otherwise, it would be too many carrots to eat. But yeah, as far as drying is concerned, this was the last step. Make it into a powder, because I will enjoy eating this more than I enjoy the grated variation that I then rehydrate. So that's the end of this particular food preservation video. Thank you for listening, and until we meet again, see you. Bye bye.